Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again with another Whiz Bangs Workshop card review, and it's Demon Hunter Day. And what a great Monday morning start. They're looking at some Demon Hunter cards, including a throwback to a pretty massive legendary back in the day. It might actually be a good dormant minion for once. How about that? As well as some big demon support, kind of on theme with what we had yesterday. If you want to win these cards, we have a giveaway going on for 3 mega bundles, 2 regular pre-orders out of my pocket. All you have to do to enter that giveaway is like and comment on the video in the description below, the one with that thumbnail there. Every 1,000 subs we get until all the cards are revealed, I will add another mega bundle. So hit that sub button, make me go broke. So starting off, we have a brand new demon for Demon Hunter. It is an epic card, the Window Shopper, 5 mana 6/5 demon. It has a miniaturize, so you'll get that mini over there, a 1/1 version with the same text, which is Battle Cry. You discover a demon, set its stats and cost to this minion. So whatever you get, you're either going to get a 5 mana 6/5 version of a demon you discover, unless it's been hand buffed or altered in some way, or a 1 mana 1/1 version, and you could get a 1 mana 1/1 Illidari Inquisitor that could go face, or a 5 mana 6/5, which is pretty insane. As well, I think the other best demon currently in standard right now is like Mythical Terror. Zelag would have been great, the Colossal, but it's rotating. So yeah, and I think Brutal Nylon is also rotating too. So there's obviously more demons coming. We're gonna see a legendary demon in a second, but still a good amount of value. You can kind of figure out the keywords you're looking for that you want to, cheat out basically, and getting a 1 mana 1/1 version of a demon that might have a pretty good effect can be pretty nuts. I feel like this is more of a, I don't know, if Reno Demon Hunter becomes a thing, this could really slot into those type of archetypes, or like some big demon thing, or just demon archetype in general, which is what this reveal seems to be pushing. Overall, I don't know. I feel like the minis are going to be pretty good. Like, you get so much value. You're getting like basically 4 cards out of this. You get a 6/5. To be fair, doesn't really do anything, but then you get another demon, you get a 1/1, and then another demon with that. It's a lot of value in one card, and I'm not going to completely... I think I could see play in those Highlander decks. It's just they haven't been good yet. They have not been good yet, but I'll give it a 3 out of 5 in standard and a 2 out of 5 in wild, where value just doesn't matter. But yeah, I think it could be a good card, especially the demon pool is pretty small. All things considered, and we're going to see a pretty good one in a second. Next, we have a new weapon, the Umpire's Grasp, a 3 mana 3/2 weapon, so old War Axe, right? That was what it was nerfed to for a while. It's back in standard, of course, as a 2 mana War Axe, so it's kind of nice. Anyways, Death Rattle, you draw a demon and reduce its cost by 2. So the idea is, like, I hit the Window Shopper card, it's only 3 mana, and then I can get another demon that's going to be a 3 mana 6/5, or just cheat out an Illidari Inquisitor, and it costs 6 mana, and I've got my hero power or another weapon ready to go. So yeah, but this will take 2 swings, or you gotta break the weapon in some way to get that Death Rattle to draw that card. But it's a tutor, it's a mana cheat, and it's a weapon that could push damage. I feel like that's all good stuff for Demon Hunter. Again, I don't know what slots into. This could just be, again, I feel like these fit in pretty well to like a Reno deck, where it's just you want 30 different cards doing different stuff, and this is drawing and pushing damage and tutoring stuff. I think it's pretty good. Again, I don't know what it goes into. Demon Hunter is struggling immensely right now. The only, actually basically Spell Demon Hunter, since the buffs, is the only thing that's working, and that's rotating. But I'll still give it a 3. I think it's fine. I think it could see play. And again, in wild, I'll give it a 2, where it's probably too slow. Next, we have a new spell here, the Blind Box, a 2 mana spell, no spell school or anything like that. And you just get 2 random demons. That's it. That's all you get. But it's 2 mana, get 2 cards. It can be any demon from any class. And of course, there is a bit more upside to it because it is a new Outcast card. You get to discover them instead. So I'm really interested how this one works out, because typically when it says get something, right, it could be from any class. You could get a demon from like Warlock, for example, right? Or a neutral or whatever. But discover is always relegated to your class or neutrals unless it explicitly states otherwise. So I wonder if this card will be better to play in some instances where you don't outcast it, because I feel like, again, I may be wrong, you never know with Hearthstone rules, I feel like the non-outcast version should be able to get you anything, but the discover version only from your class. And maybe you really want to hit one of the giant, like the giant warlock demon we saw yesterday or something like that, right? Really kind of interesting to see if you might just not want to outcast this thing. But again, it's a good amount of value. It's 2 mana, get 2 cards. Demons are mostly good. You have some synergies going on with it, but it does feel probably more like an arena card, probably a bit more of that. And even like, I feel like I'd rather play Snake Eyes, which isn't all that great right now in the current standard meta game, although this is cheaper. But again, I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5 in standard, a 1 in wild, where my goodness, the stuff you can get is bad and its wild value doesn't matter almost like at all. So yeah, I'll be just curious to see if that rule is followed up with, but overall I don't think it will be a ladder player. And lastly, speaking of demons, we have the return of Mechtherodon. This time it is 8 mana 12/12 mech and demon. It is Mechtherodon the Unreleased. It goes dormant for 2 turns. So again, we're doing that. However, it actually does something while dormant. While dormant, it deals 3 damage to all enemies at the end of your turn. So you get a dormant 8 mana 12/12, plus this could be discovered by that 5 mana 6/5 or the new spell or the mini. You can discover this and it'll still have the exact same effect. So that's pretty good. Instead of the old one, I think it was 4 mana, you would summon like 3 1/3s, and if those die, it would just clear the board. That actually saw relevant play, mostly in Soul Fragment Demon Hunter during was that Skullman's Academy? It saw some play. This is totally different. It doesn't clear the board when it's summoned. Once it wakes up, it's just a 12/12. But you get 2 AoEs that deal 3 damage, right? You play it, it's dormant. It'll be for 1 more turn. It'll be dormant again. So I believe you should do 6. It's very slow. It is very, very slow, obviously. 8 mana, deal 3 damage twice. Is that good enough? Maybe for Arena Demon Hunter. That's the only thing, unless like some new archetype pops up. There's a better way to cheat this out. You can tutor this with that new weapon and make it 6. Maybe play this as like, you only run like Illidari and Mechtherodon and you just have these big demons you can cheat out. But that seems kind of inconsistent and even then slow. But I mean, dealing 3 damage twice against everything, Ghostface, and this is, you're going to discover this. It's going to be generated in one way or another. I just don't know if it sees play. It's 8 mana, 0/0, deal 3 twice. It's pretty crazy. But then you get that 12/12 later, and you know they got to deal with that too. But it doesn't keep dealing damage to all enemies once it's undormant, right? It has to be dormant, and there's no way to extend dormancy that I'm aware. Is that a word? I don't know. I'm gonna give this a 2 out of 5. It's a really cool card. I love big, stupid idiots in Hearthstone. Love it. But when it's 8 mana and it doesn't have that big an impact, like I just feel like it's not enough of an impact. 3 damage, I feel like doesn't kill a lot at that point in the game, and it doesn't represent enough reach for a like you're playing an aggro deck. You can't really play this, and I don't know. It's a really cool card. I hope Reno Demon Hunter becomes a thing at some point because it really hasn't been competitive yet. I feel like this would slot into there, but I'm just not sold as it is right now. So I'm gonna give it 2. And in Wild, where you have ways of like cheating it out, like the Sigil, which I think is rotating, that like cheats out a demon, I'll still give it a 1. It's like uber slow, but I do like these Demon Hunter cards. These are more my style of Demon Hunter cards, slower, value based, and also probably unplayable. But let me know what you guys think. Am I underrating them? What you guys think about these cards? And stay tuned for later for more Demon Hunter reveals. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.